Welcome back to the Popcorn Hour. I'm Matt and this is James, and today we are discussing
The Bone Temple.
Yep. And this is officially my last recorded episode before my baby comes.
How do you feel?
I'm just ready for it for him to be here.
Oh, okay.
I know.
That was a very anticlimactic answer.
Well, I'm excited. Like it, but it's
I thought you were like, oh my god, I'm nervous.
well, it's like one of those things where when you have a child, you don't know like how like the level of emotion and like the new love that you get when you hold them for the first time. You don't really grasp the magnitude of it, really. Because I remember with Jackson, I was excited, but it was like I didn't know how like obviously I would be excited, happy, things like that, but like I didn't know how I would feel. And then when I held him for the first time, I was like, wow, this is different. This is different. So now this like second child, like I'm sure it's gonna feel the same. But yeah, like I'm excited. Yeah, I hate waiting.
Marty Supreme had a scene like that, and that was really good.
Yeah,
but the song choice was strange, threw me off, and I did laugh.
Yeah, I'm excited. So as we're recording this right now, it's Wednesday night, and it's literally any day, anywhere between
now and Monday.
He'll be here. So
yeah, and man, it's gonna be hard having to carry the weight of being the favorite uncle again. You heard that there, Mikey.
Yeah. All right. So we watched Bone Temple
today. This is my second viewing.
This is my first.
I watched it last Saturday, day after opening.
Yeah, and I'm excited to talk about this. Well, let's just do first thoughts and then go right into it.
It's amazing. Go watch it. It's good. It's good. It's fun.
Yeah, I didn't see a trailer for it. I didn't watch 28 Years Later until the other day. Finished it this morning, and I was very surprised by where the story went, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself throughout the entire movie. It was weird.
That sounds weird. How you phrased that?
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, you said you thoroughly enjoyed yourself during the movie.
Oh, not like that.
Okay. But I don't know. You look pretty jolly over there during the Iron Maiden scene.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I was definitely
there's a few points where I like looked over and you were like,
it was so good.
Like the scene Samson does the you were like, oh
yeah. So let's just,
and during Charity.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's a charity.
Yeah. All right. Spoilers from now on. But man, the opening was a little slow for me, and I was just kind of like, wasn't into it at all. And I was
big turning point when Spike hit him in the artery. I was like, okay, I see where we're going. Yeah. And then right when he stabbed him, I was like, oh, okay. All right, he's getting his ground, and then he like pulls the thing out, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah." I was very much.
I was like, "This irritated. Is where this movie's gonna be."
Yeah, I was very irritated because I thought that we were gonna follow these obnoxious people the entire time, and I'm glad it wasn't that. But they didn't get better to me until after the barn burned down. Throughout every time I saw them, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm just annoyed with this."
You didn't like the Teletubby dance?
No.
Which one? I did think that they were annoying in a good way. I was like, that was the point.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Crystal, every scene that he was in, I was like, oh, this is just hilarious.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he did a good job overall.
Like him explaining the Teletubbies.
Yes,
is just hilarious. And then he's like, "What's her name?" Spike. I don't think that sounds right. I don't like it. And then one was like, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy's your new name.
So weird. It's so.
Did that throw you off? Because I kept, every time that they said Jimmy, I just kept laughing to myself.
I was like, "You're Jimmy."
Yeah, I was like, because at one point, like at the dinner table, and they were like, "I'm Jim." They were just like, I'm Jimmy. And then he says, "I'm Roberto, like calamari."
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. I'm Jimmy.
Yeah. So I didn't enjoy them at first, and then after a while, they grew on me.
I didn't like any of them really. It was kind of the point though. I like Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
That was the point though.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so it's weird because coming off of just watching 28 Years, they filmed it back to back.
Yeah. Like immediate.
But the Bone Temple feels a little bit removed from 28 Years.
Yeah. Like they don't that was the issue I had, is it just because Danny Boyle, it's kind of hard to go from shooting a movie to directly shooting a movie. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense that he wanted to take a step back before he does part 3. Mm-hmm. So he just produced this one. And him and Alex Garland wrote it. And Alex Garland, past couple of years, becoming one of my favorite writers in modern cinema. Really enjoy his movie. I really liked Warfare last year. But this just felt very derivated. Not very, but it felt derivated from 28 Years. Because I'm assuming it just... the director, I'm assuming she just didn't have a lot of creative control. And just... They finished filming 28 Years and then immediately basically went to Bone Temple. Mm-hmm. So that means that the first one was in the editing room. So they had no idea what this movie was going to end up like kind of being like, or how it translates to when they finally got to editing it. So it was just kind of like a guessing game, and they played it safe.
They did,
which wasn't a bad thing. This movie was still really good, really enjoyable. Mm-hmm. I loved every second of it. It was just really enjoyable.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with it kind of pushing some of the other stuff aside. This just felt like more of a character study rather than plot derivative, which it kind of felt like 28 Years later was.
Yeah, I found myself just waiting, and like in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, when is this gonna happen? When is this gonna happen? But like the meeting of Spike and Dr. Kelson again, like that's what I was really waiting on. And it just kept popping in my head, which I kind of felt like did kind of.
I do wish that there was a reaction of Spike, like when they're explaining, when Kelly is like explaining, she's like, "No, I saw old Nick. He's covered in red skin with an alpha and a bone temple." Mm-hmm. I wish that we saw like a reaction out of Spike, because Spike is just kind of like, Yeah, I wish that we saw a reaction like he's like, "Oh, that's Dr. Kelson."
Yeah,
it's Ian.
Yeah. So that kind of threw my enjoyment off a little bit, but I really, really enjoyed.
I loved Ralph Fiennes.
Yes, he did such a good job, and
I loved Samson too.
It was very much. It was almost like a love story, in a way.
I don't think it was like. I think it was more like a father-son story.
I don't know.
Not even. I feel like father, like not father, but like teacher student.
Okay, yeah, that's better. That's a better.
But I mostly just saw it as Frankenstein, retelling of Frankenstein.
A better
than Guillermo del Toro's.
Yes, yeah, that was. Yeah, and I thought it was very interesting to actually see an alpha, like a full alpha, not just like one of the grunts. Mm-hmm. Turn back into a human. And I really liked how, Dr. Kelson kind of like was explaining like, oh, well, the infection there's a physical aspect of it, and then there's a psychological aspect of it.
He's like the multicellular aspect, and then there's what it physically does to you, to your like individual parts of your body, and then he's like, we fixed all these issues, but you're still like this. So he's like, it has to be a mental thing. Mm-hmm. Like, he's like, I've seen the infected attack babies, toddlers,
and so like I thought it was cool how he was like, maybe you guys are seeing something,
and
that then we are not tracking.
Yeah, and I really like the delivery of the how he's explaining it, and he's like, do you have memories of who you were? like in your sedated state,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's like, do you do you understand my words, not what they're saying, but with what lies in their intention?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, there's no reason to harm a baby, so that means you must have to see something, and to see something that isn't there would be a doctor would say that is psychosis, and I'm a doctor.
And a doctor would say that you could treat that.
Yeah.
So yeah, because most zombie movies, it's like, oh, you're a zombie. All right, well, can't help you anymore. So it was a cool take on fixing it.
I do like how in these movies, it's less of an undead thing.
Yeah.
And because he says it's like a cellular, like regenerative thing, because they are like healing in some ways. They're like more like they are alive.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely saw the healing factor of it when he
like
pulls out the arrows.
His
and
face
then,
is like kind of healing also.
Yeah,
throughout.
But later on, like after he pulls the arrows out, like the holes aren't there anymore.
Yeah, and when the woman took a chunk out of his neck, and he just kind of healed it back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought it was a very good interpretation of zombies in that sense of being like, oh, we can fix this if we just put our minds to it. Like we could fix this, and like
Moon.
Yeah, I was kind of upset that Dr. Kelson died at the end, because I was like, man, this, like, you keep him around for the third one, and like this could probably be like the best ending to a zombie movie.
I just want to know like how Samson is going to tie into the next one.
I hope he's in it.
Like he has to be.
I mean, you would think so, but Aaron Taylor Johnson was not in this one. I really liked his character in 28 Years.
I think he will be. He will be in the third one because they have to do that whole story with the baby. I'm assuming it's gonna be Samson goes to the camp, and then honestly, he's literally basically a superhero. He could just go swim and then not stop.
Yeah. I definitely like Samson this alpha over the one that was killed in the beginning of 28 Years.
Because when does Samson pop up? It like in the last act, right?
Yeah, it's the last like 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. So I want to know, is he like? I don't remember if they like explained it, but what makes an alpha an alpha?
I don't think they explained it.
Because I thought it was just like dudes that were hopped up on gear.
Yeah, but it makes it seem like he has. Like,
he was a kid.
Yeah. Well,
because I don't know if he was a kid.
I don't know.
But it's also kind of weird. Why would an adult be reading about the moon?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was literally just like it was a memory from when he was a kid, and then it's him before. It's not necessarily a memory, but it's right before he turned or right before everything hit the fan, and then he goes back to like now, and he's like, I don't have a ticket.
I don't have a ticket.
Yeah. And then, which I think there is, like with an alpha, I think there is some level of something, like maybe pheromones or something that they give off that makes them the alpha because of how everybody else just follows.
Yeah, because I assume the alpha is just kind of like the queen bee.
Yeah.
Which I liked how they showed like he's walking through the woods, and then like several of them are like walking behind him. I do like how his like how he get like his transformation into humanity, because at the start he's very like very defensive and on edge, and just kind of like in complete sedated like rage. Because in the original movie, it's a rage virus, and they just call it rage because it's rage. And I really liked how in this one they show the perspective with these like close rigs. And I wrote up my notes because I like loved it, but the sound is just a car revving, like that's what it sounds like, and I really like that because it's, I don't know why it reminded me. I saw something earlier about it's like the same reason why like Wolverine likes to smoke cigars. It's because he has such a heightened sense of smell that he is like a dog.
Yeah,
they always have sensory overload, and cigars will kind of block your airways with the smell because of how strong it is, and like to the infection, like their mind is clouded because it's, and like their sensory of like their hearing is like just that constant, like it sounds like rage. I really enjoyed that aspect, and I think that the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes
are cool.
It was clear that like something is clouding them.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't.
And then once we see like the guy's face and he has like mouth for eyes and stuff, and it's kind of like I almost think of it as the infected are actually more afraid of the people.
Yeah,
that's why they attack.
Yeah, because so we do see his perspective of what he sees,
and it looks creepy. More terrifying than Samson.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, definitely, it's almost like Scarecrow's fear toxin. Mm-hmm. You know, so
yeah, I immediately thought of the goo pouring out of Batman's mouth.
Yeah,
I did think for a while if they do a live action Batman Beyond, I think it would make sense that by that time, there he is, that Bruce would have probably in his older age started to utilize the fear toxin because he's not as mobile, agile. Fear toxin might have just helped a little bit, like tweak it, how like in the Arkham game, how he could control it. But I do think it makes sense that like the criminals see him. Like I think that one shot from Batman Begins where like his whole head is like looks like the cow.
Yes.
And the goo is pouring out of his mouth. I was like, that's I think how live action Batman Beyond would. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be interesting
because it looks demonish.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I know it's really off topic, but I did see something. I meant to save it, but I didn't. But I can't remember who it was, but somebody wrote a script for Batman Beyond in 2023, a live action one where with Michael Keaton, which Warner Brothers still has possession of. So it's still in a realm of possibility, maybe in Elseworlds.
I wonder if we'll get a Deadpool treatment with that. Someone might accidentally like leak some test footage or something like that. Because if Warner Brothers has, they probably had some sort of test footage. Maybe
I don't think anybody in Warner Brothers would do that. Nobody in Warner Brothers
everyone just Warner Brothers just hates Batman Beyond.
No, they just hate the people.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they hate the people. But yeah, all right. So back to Bone Temple.
The rage.
The rage. I did enjoy that there wasn't as many zombies.
Yeah, this one completely took a step back from the zombies. There
was a lot of gross stuff in 28 years.
Yeah.
And I was expecting more, and I'm glad they kind of
more people, more humans died in this. Yeah. Because it was, let's see, the first zombie that we see get killed, I want to say was right when Spike gets initiated. They leave.
Yeah, and they leave the wherever it was.
The one girl that gets the hook to the head, she grabs a zombie with a belt, stabs it in the neck. That's the first one. And then I think the next time we see a zombie die is when when Juno starts like throwing his like spear.
Yeah.
And then I think the next one we see after that is Kelly.
Yes.
Kills the guy.
Yeah.
And then I think after that it's just Samson going to town.
Yeah. And like the first zombie kill, it's an aerial shot. So like you're not up close to seeing like all the gore.
Oh, wait, no, it's the one guy. Did he kill any? The one that Samson...
No.
I really did like it when Samson shows up to Kelson's place like the day or two after he got morphine with the deer, and he's just standing there and he's like, it's almost just like a toddler.
Yes.
Like showing a drawing. He's like, look what I did.
Yeah.
I killed a deer.
This is for you.
Yeah. Look at this 8-pointer.
Yeah.
Do you want this for your bone stuff?
Yeah. Will this be payment enough?
Yeah.
For another dose?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to trade a carcass for some morphine.
Yeah.
Like that's what I thought. It was just kind of like, because he didn't like run up to him. He just stood there and went, "Ugh."
It was funny. There's a lot of funny moments in this movie.
Like especially, I think the funniest one for me is Dr. Kelson dancing with him, and then Rio. He's singing Rio.
Yes.
By Duran Duran. That was just how he is just so like.
Yeah. It's so funny. But
at one point, I looked over at you and I was like, "Did you ever think that you'd see a movie where Voldemort is getting stoned with a zombie that has a like that people call 28 inches later?"
Yeah,
like a fully naked.
It's so
a fully naked roided zombie.
Yeah,
getting stoned with Voldemort, and it's so one of your favorite movies. Your favorite movie that you've seen this year.
Yeah, I've only seen like 3, but
yeah. you'd be like
4 maybe.
You'd say, "What?"
That was not on my, as the
I don't think
kids
that's
say,
on
it wasn't
anyone's
on my
bucket list.
bingo card for the year.
I don't like that one.
Well, we did.
Yeah, I see it. I see it up there.
Oh, in the loft?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, Elizabeth's is all. I love bingo.
Oh my god.
I
so
do.
old.
I make money. I made money off of it on
Oh,
cruises.
we have bingo night. There's like a bingo night on my campus.
You should go. Do you win money?
No, I'm not going to that.
Okay. Well, if you win
No,
money,
I think you win like a gift card or something like that.
Oh,
Not much, but I was like, I don't want to go to
no.
bingo.
I mean, I won $200 at one time, on the cruise.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I like playing.
You also
bingo.
signed us up for a couple's chocolate thing.
Yeah, that was weird.
You signed us up for that.
Well, there was really no couple aspect of it. It was like you can, like we could have had
Or
a
the other
party
two
of
dudes
4.
there.
We could have had a party of 4. Like it wasn't like specific. It wasn't labeled a couples chocolate making class.
Whatever helps you cope.
No. But speaking of bingo, we've been.
Didn't help that you put us in the dead like front.
Yeah. Well, you got free chocolate out of it.
We both got a lot of free chocolate.
Yeah, we did. The Rookie season 8 is airing weekly now, and so we did for the second episode and third episode. Elizabeth wanted to do bingo, so we watched the teaser trailer for the next episode, and then we would. It was a little bit easier this last time because we used ChatGPT, but it's like what you just put what will happen in the episode. So it's like, oh, Nolan will give some type of fatherly advice, or there's personal talk in the police car, or somebody gets shot at, or things like that, and it makes it a little bit more enjoyable, I think, because it's like
the
competition.
like attention. I feel like Mom and I did like a bingo something for something that we watched. I don't remember. I know we did one, but I don't remember what it was for.
Yeah. But it was fun. We're gonna continue doing it. I think she won episode 2. I won episode 3 today. So yeah, but yeah, I like bingo. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Could you imagine someone made a bingo card for the year and they're like, I want to watch a movie where Voldemort is getting stoned with a roided naked zombie.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Well, the first thing would be like, why is that on your bingo card? That's never gonna happen. And then when Bone Temple came out, you'd be like, how'd you know that?
Yeah. And yes, we understand that it's not Voldemort literally.
It's
the actor that played him. But still. He is called the Dark Lord in Bone Temple, so
oh yeah, he is.
Several times.
Yeah, and he does look a little bit like Voldemort towards the end.
Yes. I think the funniest moment was when Kelson took the morphine and then woke up and he's like,
yeah,
oh, my head's still attached.
Yeah, he was like, all parts attached.
Yeah, that was funny. I like that part a lot. It's just all of those scenes with Samson and Kelson were just so good. Mm-hmm. And it was so weird because it didn't it felt out of place. Mm-hmm. But it worked so well.
Yeah, like when they're like sitting there and then Samson's just like putting his hand out in the rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then I really like the scene when Kelson's dying at the end and mm-hmm. Samson is just like, thank you.
Yeah. One thing I will say that irritated me was when the Jimmies found the little encampment with the family and then decided to kill them and took them all to the barn. The pregnant girl escaped and then hid on top of the barn, like in the little loft
I think that was because that's where she ran, and that's where they happened to do charity. And I think she was just stuck there.
But they were there for hours.
Yeah, I don't know why she didn't.
And she didn't do anything until the end.
Yeah.
That bothered me. Because I was like, what? You couldn't find... Because it was like...
Just sitting up there.
There was multiple shots where it went up to her and she's looking in horror. But it was like the last time when she decides to do something that she starts to be like looking around to find something to use to do something.
Yeah.
I guess she's pregnant and she's
her brother.
But
I think that's her... I don't think that's her brother.
We didn't even know who's who technically.
I feel like he was the one that got her pregnant.
Probably.
Because everyone else is a little older.
Yeah.
But, like, that guy was already dead. Like, his arm was all cut open, and Like he was gone,
Yeah.
and then she did something. Like she could have easily done what he did, and she could have tried to like escape down and then grab the propane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the shots of everybody else that was already like almost dead and like their skin is just all gone, I was like, that's so gross. I was like, I'd probably want to die at that point. Like I wouldn't even want to, especially in that environment where there's no hospitals and there's no skin grafts. Nobody's gonna do a skin graft on you. Like you're just gonna be in agony for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I feel like from the first rip, I'd be like, I'm tapping out.
Yeah, I thought they were just gonna carve into them and not just. And then when they just
I was
like,
confused when I first watched it, and they're like, remove the shirt. I was like,
this is gonna get
happen?
weird.
I was like, what's happening here now?
Yeah, I thought it was like this.
And I was like, oh, okay, so they're gonna take off they're gonna like cut their shirt off, and then I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I didn't think that they meant deglove their shirt.
Yeah, it was gross.
Really good visual effects, really good sound design. The reason why like a lot of that stuff was so gross was because of the incredible sound design.
Yeah,
like when Samson just rips that guy's.
It didn't look great,
head.
But
I almost like it how it looked. I almost liked how it looked like dough.
Yeah, it was literally.
It reminded me
a stress ball.
It reminded me of like those videos where like people take like slime and then they like pull it and then throw it over and it's like a bubble and they like squeeze the bubble.
Yeah,
that's what I thought it looked like.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's like a bubble.
Yeah, I was fine with it looking not great, but still, I was like, that's gross. That's really gross. And then like it's always with the 28 movies where
it does the something 28 blank later.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it the short and sweet.
Yeah, when the spines come out too, like that's just gross.
Yeah,
it's gross.
Yeah,
but it's so cool.
It's
like
cool.
Yeah, it's
cool.
Disgusting. Yeah, no.
I wonder if Samson's gonna cut his hair. I wonder if he's gonna keep going by Samson.
Hopefully he's wearing clothes next time we see him.
Yeah, he did have clothes when he went on the train, and they didn't have his ticket.
Yeah,
and then he was covered in blood.
Yeah,
head to toe. I like that shot where he's like walks out. And he's like, ah.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. I remember Dad's biggest issue with it was at the end during the. I'm just gonna say it. Coolest scene of the year. That was probably gonna be for the year. Is the Iron Maiden scene, but it's so loud.
Mm-hmm.
All of the infected would have ran there.
Yeah,
but I think it's explained because they're all chasing the Alpha.
Uh-huh. And then he demolishes them all in the train.
Yeah.
So there's none around. So I think it was like a subtle like.
Because he was there at daylight. He was there from the start of the day to the end of the day.
Yes. So I think that's the subtle explanation to it.
But during that transition into night, we get a pretty cool needle drop, and that actually does make sense because it was on a record player of Radiohead, and they played Exit, parentheses, for a film in 28 years. So Radiohead back to back. I was like, I like this.
Yeah, the whole like final act where all the Jimmys kind of go to the temple and they're like, oh, and then you see Jimmy Crystal and he's just kind of like stressing. Like,
he's like
hard.
His like eyes are huge and he's like, oh my god.
He's like,
I want to know what powder he blew in their face because it went away quickly, and I don't know what the point of that was. That's what I figured, but like
it's not cocaine.
I don't know what the point of that was.
I think it was to kind of help him
in case they tried something.
But also like help them kind of get to the point where they actually believe what's going on.
I think it also just kind of made them more high, just so like everything around them was just kind of like because that's why when he's like moving around them, it's almost like he's like flashing by, and they're like, what?
Yeah, I got nauseous looking at it. I mean, that one Jimmy threw up,
and then he goes to like the top of the thing. I think he did that just to see like and he got high ground so that they couldn't like do anything to him.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, Dr. Kelson's commitment to the role.
He committed.
It was great.
Yeah, and then he has like a Clark Kent and Superman the movie moment when like Clark Kent transforms into Superman and like, immediately goes back. He's like putting this whole facade on, and then immediately like switches to kind of still like having this like facade of being Satan, and then he takes off the mask of
Spike
of Jimmy.
Yep.
While Jimmy's looking at Jimmy, and Jimmy's like standing there looking at Jimmy, and Jimmy's just like, Jimmy, what's going on? And then he like looks at the like sees him and immediately just goes Spike, like completely just like changes like that, like so quickly. And I like the basket thing. That was really cool.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, the barbell basket barrel fire thing, like, oh, it was just so visually like enticing, everything about it. And then like he throws the torch and then it's just like a big ring of fire. Oh man, it was.
I love that, like the aerial shot where it, like the fire just lights. Like I was just grinning from ear to ear, and I was like, this is just awesome. My biggest issue was that it wasn't as loud as the other theater that I saw it at. Yeah, like hearing it like loud makes the scene like 10 times better. That like then two of the notes that I wrote down that I really wanted to bring up. One of them was the I didn't realize, but I really like the subtle foreshadowing of like Kelson saying like it would be a miracle to hear someone who's infected say a word, and then Kelly carving the letter K into a tree. I was like, oh wait, this is like her real name. Yeah. No matter how long she was around Jimmy and Jimmy and Jimmy and Jimmy and Jimmy and Jimmy and Jimmy. Yeah.
I'll probably get it in the third.
Yeah, and then I really like the shot when Kelson dies and you like hear his like final breath. Yeah. And then you hear that like weird whistle that sounds just like
your soul leaving your body.
Yeah, it sounded like the Jimmy at the beginning of the movie. Like you heard like a yeah. And it's immediately just reminded me Memento Mori. But then the final, like when he died, Jimmy Crystal stood over him and like with his hand like pretended to like take his soul and then toss it in the air. Yeah. And then it felt like that's what the camera did with this. It took Kelson's soul and then we went up with it.
Yeah. Man, this movie was just so good.
And then the one thing that I didn't like about 28 Years Later that they did in this is the 28 Days Later theme.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I was waiting for that, and it didn't happen. And then this, I'm so glad that they didn't do it in that one, and they did in this. One of my favorite cut to credit shots is the we see Sam, which is Jim's daughter. Another Jimmy. Oh my god! And he wouldn't have to change his name. What's your name? Jim. All right, that'll work. Yeah. We see his daughter, and he's clearly like homeschooling her. And I like that the dialogue with the she's like, it might show up on the exam tomorrow, and she's like, you're proctoring you're the one that makes the test.
You're setting the exam. Yeah.
And he's like, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And then I don't know why, but I immediately, because you don't see the mom, so I'm assuming she's dead. But I immediately thought of like, I wonder in some way if they're gonna bring back like when Jim's parents died and he read the note. Like that's the one scene from this series that like is ingrained is the you were asleep, so we went to sleep too. Please don't wake up. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah. Like he doesn't say it out loud. You just that is one of the, like the hardest hitting lines that is not spoken in a movie. You just look at it, and it's just, please don't wake up. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad that they brought Cillian Murphy back. Yeah. And then it's just. And then she's like, do we help them? And he hesitates for a second, but then he like. She's like, he knows his like humanity. Yeah. He's scared for her. It's almost like he immediately was like, no, I want to help these people, but I gotta protect you. Yeah. And then she's like, Dad, and then he's like, we need to help them. Yeah. And then we hear the, dun, and then I was in the theater the first time I watched it. I was like, oh my god. And then they run out of frame, and then we just sit there for a second and we watch what's happening, and then perfectly Sergio Leone style on beat right into the credits. And that is one movie that now every time I watch it, I am just gonna sit there and stare at the credits because I do think your ending credits song can ruin your entire movie.
Yeah, that's true.
For example, Then in the Last Dance.
Yeah.
Completely, the movie is bad, but the ending credits song in itself inherently just ruined the movie for me.
Yeah, because it was very like
it was sad.
It was an emotional like beat to the end,
and then all of a sudden it was like super cool, hyped up graphics, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, we didn't need that, and it shouldn't have been done that way.
Yeah, like I showed mom and dad. I like showed them the scene. Makes no sense. The song is completely wrong. The lyrics are fine. The tone, no, just wrong. If they talked about it in the movie, and it was like a theme of Space Oddity by David Bowie.
Great song.
I showed you all the scene, muted it, and then I played Space Oddity. I didn't even intentionally line it up, and it perfectly lined up, made sense, and it fits perfectly.
Yeah, such a good song.
Honestly, if that song was there at the end, and that was what led it into the credits, I think it would have raised half a star to maybe even an entire star for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a really good, like, the story within the song is really good, and then there's a part 2.
Yeah.
And then the music video itself were like very like emotional, and because it really is an emotional song, but it is such a good song, such a good song. Yeah.
Yeah. That did remind me, because that song reminds me of The Martian, and I put it in my Letterboxd review of The Martian because I watched it last year. I think that was my second or third watch. I think it was my third, and The Matrix, I typed The Martian. I think I wrote it in here, but there's a quote that was in a deleted scene that really upsets me that they didn't put this in the movie, because this is like the entire message and the theme of the movie summed up in one like short monologue that is completely cut from the movie. And it says, every human being has a basic instinct to help each other out. If a hiker gets lost in the mountains, people will coordinate a search. If a train crashes, people will line up and give blood. If an earthquake levels a city, people all over the world send emergency supplies. This is so fundamentally human that it's found in every culture without exception. Yes, there are people who don't care, but they're massively outnumbered by the people who do. Whole movie summed up in that. Took it out. And I literally, but this technically doesn't count because it's from a deleted scene, but it's perfect for the movie and something the message that the film is trying to convey.
Okay, yeah.
But I loved the sound design on this was just, I think it was better than the last one.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think the sound design, the score, the soundtrack is just
I will say
like Duran Duran.
I will say the soundtrack was really good, but I really like the Boots poem. I do think that the one that they used in the movie was a little strange. I like the one in the trailer more. But I don't know. I feel like that Boots poem perfectly encapsulates the first one. Like that sets the whole tone, the feeling, the mood, and like kind of the message of the movie. And then this one had nothing to do with that. Right. And that's why this makes me feel a little derivative from it. And I would have liked it if they did like another poem or something. Yeah. Similar. But like that was the driving factor in all of the trailers for the first one. And to this day, I still think that the trailer for 28 Years Later is my favorite trailer I've ever seen in a theater. Okay. I really loved that trailer. Well, so much. Trailer for that either. I loved that trailer so much. I'm going to force you to watch it right when we finish filming. Okay. And I'm probably when I go to bed, I'm probably gonna watch it 4 more times. Okay. It is such a cool trailer.
Nice. But, okay. You want to get with these?
See. All right.
This Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter card game.
Yeah, this is our. Every time I think of the word intermission, I almost inherently go to say Inception. Okay. Yeah. For some reason, I went first last time. You go first.
All right. A globetrotting adventurer follows clues left behind by a absentee father in order to locate an artifact before a certain evil finds it.
Is Indiana Jones?
No, but close.
Is this? I mean, is it the Goonies or like Journey to the Center of the Earth?
No, you were on the right track with Indiana Jones, like
Tomb
the character. Raider? Yes,
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider from 2001. Globetrotting adventurer follows clues left behind by her missing father in order to locate a supernatural artifact before the evil Illuminati find it.
Okay. Yep.
A reporter dives into the complex life of a newspaper tycoon in the hopes of figuring out the meaning of the final word he spoke before he died. Old movie.
Okay, I immediately thought of Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yeah, no. Old movie.
30s.
40s.
Is this It's a Wonderful Life?
No. Reporter.
Citizen?
Yes.
Kane?
Yes, Citizen Kane. A pair of
Orson Welles.
Yeah, a pair of slackers unintentionally enter a closed-off habitat housing scientists. They must stay for the term of the experiment.
I know what this movie is. I don't know the name, but I know what this movie is. It's like it's always been ingrained in my brain, and I think of this movie like once a week, but I never remember the name.
Biodome.
Yes,
I love that movie.
That movie. Hold up. I don't have anything on my Letterboxd watch list. I know what I want to watch. Biodome. But like, Biodome is a really funny movie, and
it's so dumb. Like,
yeah.
So dumb, but it works so well. I love it.
It is such a product of its time.
Yes.
But it is just such a fun movie.
Yeah, very.
That's such a fun movie.
All right, so Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, 2001, Biodome, and Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane, number 1. Is it 100?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, 90 audience though.
Okay, that makes sense. I know you picked these two are close, aren't they?
Ish, but not really.
Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
And then Biodome.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, Biodome is just such a strange movie. Tomb Raider is there's no way it's higher than the 50s.
No, it's not.
50?
No, lower.
40.
Lower.
30.
Lower.
20?
Yes, it's a 20 with a 47 audience score. I don't agree.
That was Tomb Raider.
Yes. Angelina Jolie, John Voight.
So Biodome is like 5?
4. Yeah. 51 audience score though. So the audience
way. I thought the audience score would be higher.
Yeah, the audience likes Biodome over Tomb Raider.
Wow.
Yeah, I picked those specifically because of the scores.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Biodome is a 4.
Yeah.
But what's that one movie? Strange Wilderness is like a 13. I don't know. Give this one a shuffle. Pick a card, any card.
The middle.
All right, we'll do this one. Two dudes. I literally, there's nothing I can.
Brokeback Mountain.
No. No. 2 straight men pretend to be in a relationship. I feel like I don't need to read the rest.
Oh, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Yeah. Yeah, it just says 2 straight dudes pretend to be in a relationship.
Was close.
Yeah, with each other so they can get domestic partner benefits. But ruse attracts attention of a city agent who suspects fraud.
Such a good movie.
It's a weird movie though.
It is a weird movie, but I love that movie too. It's so funny.
All right, pick a card.
Right, left.
You're right.
Yes.
Okay. A poor artist and a sophisticated. That's not gonna spoil. A socialite meet and fall in love on the doomed mated voyage of a famous ship.
Oh, Titanic.
Yeah. Pick a card. In 2169, when Time
Cop.
No.
Oh.
I almost grabbed Time Cop, actually. I almost grabbed it. Because every time I reach in that thing, I grab Time Cop somehow back. No matter where I grab, I somehow always get Time Cop.
Yeah.
And somehow the first thing I always see is the actors. And I always just see Jean-Claude. And I'm like, ooh, is this like the Kickboxer or Bloodsport?
Yeah.
2169. Really?
Yeah.
When blank is blank, that the wealthy hoard in order to live as long as they want. One man aims to even the playing field.
That gave me nothing.
I don't know if you know this movie, actually. In 2169, when time is currency.
In time.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't quite sure.
Cillian Murphy was the detective in this movie.
Yeah.
I wonder what Looper would have been like if he was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character.
Oh.
Or what In Time would be like if Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the detective. See, I think Looper could work with Cillian Murphy. I don't think In Time would have worked with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I don't think so either.
As the detective.
No.
I liked the costume design. I don't hate In Time.
It's an interesting concept.
It's an interesting concept. Not the greatest execution, especially into like the third act. They kind of lose the value of their own currency. And no, they kind of lose it in the second act. Not that bad, but third act they really just drop it.
Yeah.
But I think it's a interesting, like cool movie.
Yeah.
So we have Titanic, In Time, and I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Titanic. I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. In Time.
Nope.
In Time, I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. Really?
Yeah. It's actually backwards. I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry is number 1. No, it's not.
No. Titanic is a 97.
Close.
98. 6.
No.
5.
You weren't close. I don't know why I said that. It's not in the 90s.
82. 84. 88. 89. 87.
Yeah. Audience score 69.
Really? For Titanic?
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
think
don't
that's
like Titanic.
I don't either. I don't like James Cameron that much.
I like Titanic.
It's a long
movie.
It's a long movie.
They got the nice guy wrong.
Yeah. They got it wrong.
I like watching that clip when it pops up.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, explain.
Because he's like, Ted has the correct sky.
Yes.
But Titanic does not.
Yeah, but then James Cameron's like,
I would have made another $1 billion if I had the right sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Titanic, 87, 69, and then next is In Time.
72.
Way down.
42.
Down.
Really?
Yeah.
24.
Up. It's in the 30s.
32. 34. 35. 38. 37.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fucking tell me.
And 51 audience.
Oh, okay. Wow. 28.
For Chuck and Larry?
Yeah.
Ooh, half.
14?
Yeah, 14. Audience score of 69. So the audience score is the same for Titanic and I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, yeah.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was weird. All right.
I like that card game.
I do too.
I don't know how you're actually supposed to play it, but
No. We didn't read the directions. We never read directions.
Dad made us for the playset.
Yeah. Which forever. And we still
it took us forever and he was there.
Yeah.
Could you imagine when he wasn't looking for 5 seconds and we put everything backwards?
Yeah. Got my son a playset for his birthday this year. And it literally took all day to...
It didn't take that long. It took like 2-3 hours.
No, it didn't. Dad got here at like 10. And didn't leave until like 4.
Yeah. I left at like 3-ish.
Yeah.
But
all day.
I left and all y'all had to do is the slide.
Well, the slide was a pain. So
I've heard.
Yeah, it was rough.
But like Dad was like, "Oh, just put that up," and then we're like, he handed us the wrong screws, and we're like, "What is happening? This is not right. Something's not going."
Something's not.
But then
right.
we're like, "All right, we have to put this part." It doesn't tell you when to put. There was like a few parts where it just said, "Put it up in between this and this," and then we were like, "Oh wait, we didn't do this like 15 minutes ago." We're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter."
Yeah, no.
Or with the chalkboard, when you just went,
just turn it. Yeah. I hate putting stuff together, especially if there's directions.
So we're not going to count Weeks because Weeks is not canon. Danny Boyle wasn't really a part of it. Alex Garland was, but we're not going to count it. It's not canon.
Mm-hmm.
Rank.
28 Days Later.
Do your version of Rotten Tomatoes. So do your critic and do your audience.
Critically, 28 Days is number 1. And then 28 Years. And then Bone Temple. Audience, 28 Days. Bone Temple, 28 Years. I gave 28 Days 4 stars, I believe. 28 Years, I give 3.5. And then Bone Temple, I give 4.
I'd say, okay. I'd say critically.
Only a 4 because of the Iron Maiden scene. That was so cool.
Was that a half star bump or a full star bump?
It was a half star.
Yeah. I would say critically. This is a challenging one. Because 28 Days had so much impact on like filmmaking and like zombie media. 28 Years, I feel like had so many like innovative and like a really good like filmmaking aspects.
Yeah.
But it didn't have like an impact on the industry like 28 Days did. But without thinking of the legacy and just thinking of critically, I'll say 28 Years, 28 Days, Bone Temple.
Okay.
Enjoyment. This one's hard. I have to say 28 Days. And this one's like 2A, 2B. Mm-hmm. And today, I'm going to say Bone Temple and then Years. Ask me tomorrow, it's probably flipped. Mm-hmm. I'll say probably Years and then Bone Temple. The day after that, I'd probably switch it again. Okay. But they're like right there.
Yeah. They're.
I do need to rewatch Years because I have Bone Temple and Days logged twice. And I only have Years logged once.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
But I don't know, man. I love these movies. Mm-hmm. They kind of remind me of Mad Max, weirdly. And I did say when we were driving back, I was like, I really would like to see a Danny Boyle, George Miller collab on something.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
What I like about the 28 movies is that, like, the zombies aren't, like, true zombies, and there's not a lot. Like, it's not oversaturated like The Walking Dead or...
Yeah, but it's almost like an exception. Because I hate it when there's, like, zombie stuff, and zombies just aren't important. Yeah. And it's usually just people versus people. Mm-hmm. But this isn't really like a people versus people conflict.
No, it's not. And
it's almost like a...
This one kind of was.
Yeah.
This one was.
But it's usually more... I mean, the first one, I guess, was. But it just doesn't feel like it. It feels like more of like a world conflict rather than...
Yeah.
Person. Even though that they are like Jimmy and the
governor.
The leader of the military thing from
he reminded me of the governor from I think season 4 of Walking Dead.
I thought that the guy. The Jimmy that got that put the knife in Spike's mouth and was like, "You killed my best friend," also named Jimmy. Mm-hmm. I thought he kind of looked like the guy's son. Like I was like, I could see that this guy would like be his son.
Yeah.
Even though like the age doesn't line up.
Yeah.
But like I was like, they look alike. Mm-hmm. But I will say I've noticed that no one else has pointed this out. The Kick-Ass theme is the same song as the 28 Days Later theme.
Is it?
Yeah, the Kick-Ass theme is it's called like In the House by like John Murphy. 28 Days Later is 28 Days Later theme by John Murphy, and it's the same song. It's literally it's the same song.
Nice.
But it works in both.
Yeah, it does.
I've always loved that like theme.
Mm-hmm.
It's up there with like, ooh, I don't know which theme I like more. They're really similar, but the 28 Days theme and the Hollow Man theme. Mm. But I will say, in Days, when it plays, is one of the coolest scenes.
It is, yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like Jim going through the compound, just like taking everyone out. Coolest
So
thing
cool.
ever.
So cool. Yeah, 28 days. Like, because I hadn't really watched it until you showed it to me. And last year. And I was like, wow, this is great. This is a great movie.
Honestly, actually, now that I think about it, Days, that scene, to me, is just on par with the Iron Maiden scene. That's what I do think that this one felt more like Days than Years felt like Days.
Yeah.
Even though Danny Boyle wasn't a part of this one. Now I think that made me like this one more.
There you go.
Because
because
the journey feels kind of closely aligned.
Yeah. Well, so does that make you feel as though
Years is more derivative?
Well, no. So you were saying before we went and watched Bone Temple today that you felt Bone Temple was more of like a filler episode of a TV show. With you saying that now, does it make you think that 28 Years is more the filler episode?
No.
No?
Not too much happens.
Yeah. But Bone Temple, I think, connects better to 28 Days.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like what a main story and then the filler episode doesn't really have anything to do with it. Like, it could be a great episode, but like it's still a filler episode. So
I'm going to redact my statement of the filler episode.
There you go. That's what I was waiting on.
But those two scenes are just so cool. Like, I do think that Years was missing like that really cool ending scene.
Yeah.
But the Iron Maiden scene and the GRE, that's what they are. The GRE scene almost make the movie entirely worth. Like, I don't want to like look up a video of those scenes. I want to watch the entire movie just to watch that scene.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like, I watched Days just before, because I hadn't seen it in a long time. I watched it a couple days before I saw Years. And then I got home. Dad and I got home, and we were talking about it. And I immediately watched it again. And that's when you watched it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this scene is just so cool. And just awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch 28 Days and then 28 Years again.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I don't know. I love the series, and it really does like remind me of Mad Max.
Yeah,
for some reason.
Yeah, without the cars.
Yeah, or the sand.
Yeah,
or the excessive amount of leather.
True.
Still foreign. And still remotely set in a country that is like the theme of the story. I guess that's kind of close.
Yeah.
But it's such a good movie. Just go watch it. I'm really excited for part 3. Really excited to see what happens with Jim's character, with Samson, with this baby, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I want to see the camp again. That was one thing that I missed from this. But I almost don't know how it would have fit into the story.
Yeah, I don't think it would have fit
because it wouldn't have fit. Because what would they have shown? Just them taking care of baby. Like, Spike is still gone.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder if Spike is gonna take Jim and them to the camp.
That would be interesting. But I mean, they're already secluded, so like there has to be some big event that happens that makes them go on an adventure.
I don't really remember. Why did Spike choose to just leave?
I think most of it is just his dad.
Yeah. He was
the loss of his mom.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't think he could face his dad again. And then have to deal with also like everybody from the camp. Like he set the fire.
Yeah.
Right. So he set the fire, and then lied about what was going on,
and then stole his mom.
But then like he also
and then trapped them on the island
camp unattended.
Yeah.
Or unguarded, essentially. So, like, they probably would have shunned him anyway.
Yeah.
So
and left him stranded because he left right when high tide.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Me too. I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
I think I rated all of them 4, except for Weeks. But I have them all rated at a 4. Love them all.
Yeah.
Can't wait. One of my favorite series. Recently.
Yeah.
But, you can join us for Friday for movie news.
It'll be just him.
Yep. It'll just be me for don't know how long, but we'll see. But yeah, that's all. You can see the link at the top of our description for our other social medias, our listening platforms, our letterbox. You can go crap on it. And Memento Mori.